Good morning. So now we are going to discuss about the last stanza of Daffodils. Oh my God. So, however, the end has reached. So, in the last stanza, the poet is talking about his feeling and his mood and what wealth he has got from the Daffodils. That is what he has discussed in the last stanza. And he's telling that for oft, here oft means what? Very often, often or often. Oft means it is the poetic form of often or often. So for oft means for often, when on my couch I lie. What is a couch? This is a couch. The picture below yours, fourth stanza is a couch. Here is a couch, and these are the daffodils. So whenever he lies on his couch, in which mode? In vacant or in pensive mood. In vacant mood or in pensive mood. What is a vacant mood and what is a pensive mood? Vacant mood is a mood in which you do not have any thought. Okay, without any thought. So that is a vacant mood. Pensive mood means thoughtful mood, when you have a lot of thinking, lot of thoughts in your mind. That is pensive mood. Thoughtful mood. Pensive mood, thoughtful mood. Vacant mood, a mood without any thought. So whenever he is thinking anything or not thinking about anything, whenever he is lying vacant or in pensive mood, whenever he is lying on his couch thinking about something or even not thinking about anything, whenever he lies on his couch, very often he sees or he looks at the daffodils because they flash. They flash. Here they flash upon that inward eye. Flash means what? Come at the speed of lightning. So the scenery, the beautiful scenery of the daffodils flash or come like that of lightning, like the speed of lightning into his inward eye. Inward eye is nothing but his mind's eye. Mind's eye. So the scenery of the daffodils flashes in front of him or flashes in his inward eye, and that scenery gives him the bliss of solitude. Bliss means perfect happiness. Perfect happiness is bliss. So when he is alone, lying on his couch, all of a sudden the scenery of the daffodils come as it had come in the first stanza. Like that, they come. The daffodils come into his mind's eye, and it gives him happiness. What type of happiness? Perfect happiness. Bliss means perfect happiness. When you see the Buddha, then you can feel the happiness, the complacency, the complete happiness on his face very prominently. You can see that. See that. So that is known as bliss. So in solitariness, in loneliness, when he is in solitude, means loneliness, loneliness, alone, when he is lonely, he is alone, he is calm and quiet in a state of being calm and quiet, or loneliness, that is known as solitude. Whenever he is in that form, at that time he feels that perfect happiness. Because of what? Because of daffodils. So those daffodils have been immortalized. They have become immortal in the mind of the poet. And then my heart with pleasure feels. So whenever I see the scenery of the daffodils in my mind's eye, then my heart becomes filled with pleasure, happiness. So my heart with pleasure fills, as if his heart is a container and happiness is a liquid which is being filled in to the pot. And when his heart is filled with happiness, then his heart starts dancing like the daffodils. What dances with the daffodils? The heart dances with the daffodils because of what? That happiness which has been got or which has been derived from the scenery of the daffodils. So his heart starts dancing with the dancing of the daffodils. So he feels like one. The daffodils and the poet, these two are not two entities, they have become one. In such a way, the poet William Wordsworth becomes very much mingled with nature and, to be particular, with the daffodils. So, this is the last stanza of your poem. So, to sum up, the poet was wandering through the hills, valleys, and hills. All of a sudden, he sees a host of daffodils, a crowd of daffodils. They were under the trees, beside the lake. They were fluttering and dancing. They were very beautiful, golden yellow in color. They were continuous like stars, innumerable. They were in large numbers. They were on the margin of a bay, and they were very happily dancing, tossing their heads, and the waves of the lake, they were also dancing, but the dancing of the daffodils was happier than the dancing of the waves. And finally, the poet was mesmerized by the beautiful scenery of the daffodils. He forgets about himself, he forgets about the wealth the scenery of the daffodils had brought to him. And then, when he was lying on his couch, all of a sudden, the scenery of the daffodils flashes in his mind, flashes in his mind's eye, and he gets that bliss of solitude, which is the wealth. This bliss of solitude is the wealth he was talking about in the previous stanza, and that wealth he gets, and when he gets that wealth, his heart is filled with happiness, and he dances with the daffodils. So in the next video, we are going to discuss about the question answer of this chapter. Okay, till then, bye bye.